first. Okay, and now we will. I have to close this here too. Let's see. This. Okay, so we're gonna start now with the charting of. Well, GJ broke just as we. I mean, the probability was there. If you watched the weekly recap I did 2 days ago, mentioned that this was really high. Especially I missed it because this was London, right? Yeah, this was London. So I missed this. I was sleeping pretty much. Hey, good morning, Sandra. So I was sleeping, so I was gonna miss it Oh wow. I moved this. Oh yeah, the volume was too high for the music. Okay, now it is good. Yeah, it was moving around this thing. Wow, this is just pretty amazing, pretty amazing. Hey, good morning. Let's see. The daily. Let me bring that daily down. Like that daily comes from all the way. So the weekly, the monthly was hinting that it wanted to break. We said that at yesterday, Monday. So you can see here, this was already formed. So this was hinting that it wanted to break finally the 158 historical level. Now we have a key level like around here, and we are almost there right now, which is, what is this, 900? Okay. And then we have something going on all the way up here, around here. That's looking at the monthly. Wow, this is really strong, really strong. So much strength. Yeah, there we go. There's the weekly. So on the weekly we have this candle week here, but we also have it here and here. And the weekly on 3 occasions came to the same spot, and also coming from up below did the same thing. So this is a key level here, whatever that is. Seems to be has some significance. The daily. Let's see. What's going on here? Oh, it is a daily level. Okay, that's good. But it has a wick. It has another daily up here just in case. So this is pretty much a weekly level. Up to here is the daily zone, and seems to be like this is a weekly. So we are in between here right now at this moment. let me just do a daily there, do a daily here. Should be. Hey, oh, you're in a oh, it's okay. It's okay. That's cool. How's it going? Streaming. Let's see. Let's see. Had a trade already, and whoever took that GJ buy should be in really nice profit. Yeah, this broke really nicely. Tap broke, and we are here. Okay, so so there's a lot of momentum on the bullish side of things, and we are about to. I mean, but if you bought London, yeah, but if you want, that's it. That's it. 720. Okay. Yeah, I guess I would expect. So now there's a lot of waiting involved here. I would not sell. I don't care that you have so much space. A lot of waiting involved here. I would actually wait for a resistance. I would wait for a support, and then I would go with another buy. I would never dare to counter trend this because this here, I'm not gonna lie. This break here, I was not expecting that it was gonna break with just a straight line structure daily like this. I honestly thought, in my head at least, the probabilities were there for this to at least reject a little bit. But if you look at the daily, it has been just a one massive bullish candle. So there's so much momentum going on that I would never, like I would never do it anyways, but I would never advise anybody to even think about pressing sales on GJs. GJ sales is just madness.
Suicide mission.
For what?
It will be suicide.
Yeah,
GJ sell.
yeah. Can you hear me better there?
Zoom. On Zoom.
On Zoom, no, I know on Zoom I'm okay. I guess it's.
Yeah.
Oh, let me get a. I think I should move it up. Can you hear me better now? Yeah, it was the mic and all of that was moved for another stream. That should be better, right? That should be better. Let me see. Let me check on the how you say this, the monitoring system. Wait. Okay, got it. Nice. Let me see. Ba-ba. Okay. And I'm guess. Oh, interesting. And then the music you cannot even hear. This is quite interesting here. Okay, there you go. Okay. Good to go. Man, GJ woke up this morning. Yeah, GJ had a morning boner. How you call that? Yeah, morning boner. Morning boner. It just, yeah, it just did. It just, yeah. I guess it was having a good time. So, there's not much to do with GJ. Honestly, it's just waiting. Like GJ, I don't even have to look at it so much. I just like I would have to wait for this to reject, and just wait for a support and continuation. There's nothing left to do there. So GJ would be a little bit tricky. I mean, not necessarily like tricky, but it could be interesting to kind of like push it because there's a probability that because of so much momentum going on with GJ that you get only like when we have a lot of momentum, typically like sometimes you get like this. You see, like not a lot of, and even this one was okay, but like not a lot of retracement. Like 1, 2, and that's it, and 1, 2, that's it, and look at this one. This is even trickier, right? Like you get just one, and as you break above, it goes up. So those type of things, those continuations, I not necessarily like. Like maybe I wouldn't do this. Might leave it alone. Because when you have so much momentum, that's what you get. Hey, Rafael, good morning. So, this is not much to do here anyways. Let's go to gold. I'm not gonna count the win that I had on gold this morning because that was a pending order from last night, and what I'm gonna start doing is counting only the ones that I take live. So I'm not gonna count this here. And last night I had a losing one. And yesterday, and then in the morning yesterday, I had 3 wins. So I guess, yeah, it's going okay so far, anyways. Strong bullish. That's 30 minutes. Yeah, so for that, what we're gonna do, so there's a tricky thing going on with gold based on this. This is the one that I won yesterday. I actually got this here and then got this up here. Now, there's a tricky thing here going on, which is this level here. And 1930 is really strong level. So not only 1930 is a strong level, this is the moving. We are bullish. So if we go to, let's start gold from the beginning, right? The weekly and the monthly are bullish. We by now kind of know that, right? So we tapped into this strong zone here, all the way down to here, which is the same structure level here, and rejected. Now the weekly started with what could be potentially a wick if it wants to continue correcting the structure, okay? Because this is we're 5 days away. This is the beginning of that candle. Now the daily, like I said in the weekly recap or outlook video, the daily structure is not, and it's nothing. Like the daily structure could be bullish, or the same way could be. The moment you see barcodes, you don't have a structure on the daily. Like we had a support, we have a resistance, and what is this? You see? So right now, this is indecision. This is no clear, clean direction. Not for me. When the moment I don't struggle with that anymore. I used to. I don't struggle anymore. Like I always said, there has to be a clear direction. No, it doesn't. Like sometimes you could just gonna have this BS here. So how do we get a better, understanding of what's going on? Then what I do is, hey, Driven, how is it going? I go to the 4 hour, right? So now the 4 hour should be able to give me something. And like I said in that video, 4 hour was bullish that day. This is when I was recording Sunday. I said, okay, so far it is bullish, you see, and it actually moved up. But if we look at this is a strong resistance now, right? So it was resistance, support, resistance. So this is a key level. This is an important level here. This, whatever is going on here, is really important. So now we have an issue. We don't have a clear direction, neither in the 4 hour, because the 4 hour now has this going on. And obviously I can adjust this based on the lower time frames for the 4 hour and all of that. But so far this is what matters. We are in a range. So right now it is It doesn't matter. I mean, whoever says that this is bullish or bearish, fundamentally, I keep repeating, I still don't see why we're not bullish long term. Um, but technically, this is ranges. Like you cannot get a more perfect range than this. You see resistance, support, resistance, and look at this. We're pretty much here again. What that means is, I'm actually short-term sales here. Look at this, another rejection from the same level. I'm actually short-term sales here. You know what? I'm selling right now, actually. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sell here, and let's see where we can get. I'm gonna place the, yeah. I know this closure here on the 30-minute, and I have it supporting with the 15, so I'm gonna go for it. Expecting this visit down to here, so I'm short-term buy. So we are in a range. So this is what I'm gonna do. We are in a range here. The moment we break below here, I'm selling right here from here to fill this thing here. That's what I'm gonna do. Selling it, expecting. Oh, there we go. I can draw it. Yeah, I can draw it. I will sell this thing here. Oh, did not activate. Oh, it hasn't activated yet, by the way. There you go. Now I'm in. So that's it. So I'm selling this. Yeah. So it makes sense. So this is the typical entry. This is a typical entry you see here. Clean traffic, rejection, rejection, 30-minute. Even though this is bullish, stop loss right up here. And it could flip, yeah, but we came from this range up here, came down to here, form a resistance here. So so after I'm done, after I'm in, which I'm in, what I do now is I monitor this, so I'm not out and touch it. I will not touch it. I will just wait for this 15-minute candle to. By the way, I'm in already, so. If you want to wait for the break, you can actually wait for it a little bit. What time is it? Okay. Oh, well, 30 minutes. Okay. So you can actually wait for the break a little bit cleaner if you want. If you want, you can actually wait for this to break a little bit lower and get in, whatever. I would take profits if we actually finally break below this thing. I would actually be taking profits from like around here. The moment we get around, if we get around here, I would be taking profit. I'm gonna keep this time. I will be taking profits like around here. Wait. If we drop, this would be my TP around whatever. How many pips is it? Maybe 20, 15, yeah, whatever, around there, and see if we can get down. Not only that, we might even get down to here. Who knows? But this would be TP if anything. Anyways, I'm in gold sales. Yeah, I'm not expecting this break so easily right now because we just rejected 1, 2, 3. On the 15, you look at the 30-minute. Look at this 1, 2 big wicks. So the question is, where should we go from here after you have some 2 big rejections around a strong level here? Oh, you see this TP here? It's a good TP actually. Now I notice that this is a resistance, this is support, so I'm gonna TP right there and then move to break even and leave a runner, and that would be it. Let me keep my fingers at close custom. This is this is a range on the higher time frame. The lower time frame is a little bit simpler, I guess, because we have this right here, but it actually is like down here. You know, like it is really it's really somewhere around here. Yeah, it's somewhere around here where it tapped, because here it did the same. So there's more probabilities that this is the level down to here. So this closure up down to here should be really safe, let's say. Yeah, 1925. Yeah, I'm taking I'm taking right there and leaving a runner, and that's it. And there's a high chance that that might be my, because GJ there's a lot of waiting involved from what I see. This thing should not now come back up to here. If anything, let me see. This is a 30 minute now. Yeah. So wait. Yeah. So this is a 30 minute going to the 8 p.m. So it should not be coming above here now. So the 15 is, and that's a 15. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna just place a partial TP with the magic keys, just in case I'm not looking at it. And yes, I just noticed that looking at the 15 minute, there's like a level here too, but we should have enough steam to get down to here, if anything. It's just that here is there some sort of rejection level 2 inside of the 15-minute structure, so I might see some BS going on here before maybe coming up here. And also I see a wick that when he came down here, he came all the way up here before moving down. So I might see some BS going before even reaching my TP. So I would expect, you know, pullbacks and all of that. No problem. So I'm gonna just keep it here. So above the candle. And I will wait. Now the 30 minute, oh, it shouldn't flip. And it flipped, right? Yeah, it flipped. That's the 30 minute flipping?
Now 30-minute candle got top wick.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna just wait. See how it goes. Oh, but it flipped the 30 minutes. So I should be managing risk here. I don't know, maybe 50% of the trade I should be closing here, or just wait. Not sure, because there's a lot of kind of like sudden movement volatility going on. So I'm gonna break even here again. Let's see. I don't know. If it flips again, I'm closing. That's it. So that's a new rule now for me. So now I have a reference. So if I had this thing too tight, you know, I'm gonna keep it here. But if it flips, then I close. But now I have a good reference. Oh, this is what I was saying, right? That we were expecting some visit aggressively. Now we should have it, and now we should. Now the probabilities of this. Now the thing is, also this happened here, but we're about to close the other 30 minutes, so it's okay. gonna close half if we flip that 30. If we come and flip again, I'm gonna close half and leave the other rest, and leave the rest. So let me put this right here, and let me place here the TP around here. I'm gonna place the TP at how many pips is this? So it's like 10 pips. Yeah, whatever. There. What level is this? 26. There. Now I have a key level here. No, we should not be going. Well, remember that I had it at first up here. The whole thing, the whole idea was that we might get down to here. And not only down to here today, we might even see down here being accomplished just based on the range. But this was needed first, I guess. And we're 1 hour away from the 4 hour. Trend line across the lower wicks suggests it will bounce before your TP. Yeah. I'm being a daredevil here now that I just noticed the 1 hour was bullish. Yeah, the 1 hour was bullish. So I guess, what am I expecting here? Oh, it was based on this range being broken down to here, and now we being inside of here, but we already rejected from here, so oh, that is tricky. Okay, so what that means is that if we are going to keep going up, okay, so this is not, let's say, the best uh, novice entry. That's all I can say. This would not be like the ideal. Ideally you want the trend
No,
to
it,
go with you.
it's very good gold short setup, because the previous 230 minutes candle rejected from upside, and now current 30-minute candle made top wick, which it wasn't there when it opened.
Hmm.
Now it should go down at
Yeah,
least.
it is not the best novice setup because you want the 1 hour to go in your favor too for this type of entries. But I'm counting on the 30-minute structure. Is what I was
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
say.
yeah.
30-minute structure is painting, that
I
potential
I
visit
I
down here.
took this setup earlier, gold short setup with you. You also took this setup earlier. I remember this.
Yeah, so far it's okay. Yeah, gotta
If
leave it do its thing, whatever it wants to do. The 15
yeah.
might close here because for some weird reason the 15-minute likes to close here.
Mhm.
But I'm expecting a wick to come visit my TP at least to make a break even at least, and yeah. But I'm 10, 11 pips in.
If current 15-minute candle will close without lower wick, I will close my position.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, you
oh, oh,
activated.
oh, oh.
Oh, nice. Okay, there you go. Stop loss of break even now. Oh, this was good. This was good. Oh, that's it. That's it, guys.
I mean,
Oh, nice. Okay, so we have a win here. I mean, I have a win. I don't know.
yeah, I took this trade.
Nice. Trades. Taken. Yeah. Gold. Sales.
Yeah, I got 10 pips.
Win.
It was very good short setup.
On a 5 lot. Nice. Nice. That's really nice. I think we can come
Congratulations.
down, leave a run. I will leave a runner at lower, way lower. I think we might come down.
Uh, mm, uh,
Yeah, I'm
move.
gonna because I already TP'd anyways and whatever. So I'm
Uh,
gonna leave a
uh,
runner down to here because I think to we might visit down here, and not only here, we
19
might even come down here today. So who knows?
1924.27 on 5 minute chart. It's look like some kind of support on 5 minutes.
Yeah, 1930. So this one
1924.
is a good support level from where we tapped. So I'm already at break even, so I really don't care, right?
Yeah.
But there's a high probability that this comes up. But now it could do this right here. You know what? This is a safer TP here, and that's okay. Okay, that's a good start of the day.
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice.
I waited for 30 minutes to candle to make top wick. Then I entered.
Going to the gym in 30. Oh, 4:46 a.m. Yeah, waiting for that 30-minute candle wick is really nice. It's just that I was expecting that was really good, right? And 5 minute was the
Yeah.
one giving it.
Yeah.
The
This
but
gave
I
on 5 minutes.
I had two entries,
Oh,
but I only wanted to show this just in case because this entry here I know it already. When I said I'm coming in here, I'm going in here. I had
yeah.
that early entry here because I've seen
Oh,
this many times. When you have two
yeah.
big
Yeah.
wicks against a level, and then
Yeah.
that one was like this.
Bearish candle one with rejection, and then bullish candle with rejection, and
Yeah,
next candle just short.
especially when you're coming from a break of a higher of a strong level.
Yeah. Yeah.
I noticed that I was back testing a little bit more during the weekend, and I started back testing those entries, and it was giving me a nice because I noticed that I was missing, and that was especially on GJ. I noticed that on GJ I was missing quite a few, and I said, what if we close at a key level, and then I go from the key level like this? You see here, you either enter here, well, here it gave you a lot of chance. But here, let's say, oh, I gave it here too. Okay, that's based on the 30. I guess it was on the 15 that if I wanted like a better closure, I was playing with it, and I just noticed that if you close at a key level and it makes sense that the 1 hour is gonna flip, then you can actually go for it. But anyways, that's not the one. That's not the entry that I want to show. Just in case there's somebody trying to learn, the easiest entry was not that one that I took out there. The easiest entry is at the break of this, which is the one that the other one. This is the like what's the second one, and this is oh took me out already. Oh, there you go.
Uh,
So it ended up being just this.
it happened on 12th Jan 2022. Same setup.
Yeah, yeah. So, but
Yeah.
this is a safer entry. This is the one that you know that I would be taking
Yeah.
anytime, any day. Now, the only
Yeah.
tricky part about all of this is that this is the 1 hour bullish candle, and this could actually become a wick down and this flip, and this could actually be the one that breaks above and visit up here because I'm expecting actually there's a probability that this visits up here before actually crashing down here. So this could be the one. Like if this one flips again after this, then this could be the steam that it needed to break above and all of that. By the way, because we're almost about to open New York anyway. So the structure is the candle is bullish, right? The candle is bullish. This is a key level. Wow, that those wicks were really big. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's simple. I guess no need to complicate anything. That was the trade of the day, I guess. Oh, there you go. So you see on the higher time frame, this is what I see. me see. Maybe the 1 hour is clearer. Yeah. See, higher time frame looks like this. It's it was yeah, I think it was good. It was good based on this too. I mean, I did it based on the 30, but also it looks good here too. This is the 125 level. Yeah, yeah, 125 level, which is a key level too. Now this is a stronger level at 1920, which is maybe the visit for today might be this, and the 1 hour. So this is the tricky part, right? Right now we might still go up and kind of like revisit up here or even up here where we have like some sort of thing going on here, really weird. So this most likely could be a just a visit with a wick or whatever, but the 1 hour is bearish. I don't know if you all guys if you all can see it. Let me come here and show it here. So the 1 hour is actually bearish. Can you see it? Look at this. Let's do this. This is here. So this is the 1 hour. Right? This is the previous structure high. And oh, this is a 4 hour too. Yeah, yeah, that's good. And we just broke below here, even on the 4 hour, which is a really nice break that I missed completely because I was sleeping. And 20, what is this on the 4 hour? Oh, we had a visit up here when this is a weird level here. So this is the 1 hour. So this is the 4 hour, but it's also the 1 hour. So here we had a support formed many times, right? We had a support forming many times. Actually, I can clear this up to make it clear. You see, we literally grabbed the wick. I mean, I literally grabbed the wick, and this could be the wick to go up. So that's why I keep saying the cool thing about being a scalper is you just need a wick to make money. Oh, I was saying 4:46 a.m. and going to the gym. I used to do that a long time ago. That was the best. That was really cool. Oh, the music is too high. Is it better there? Yeah, the music's not supposed to be that high. That high now. Let me know if it is okay. This is what? Oh, the same setup. You mean? At the break, you waited for the wick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You took this trade too. I remember this.
Mm-hmm.
You were doing live stream.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. It is the
Yeah.
same setup. It's like literally.
Yeah. And this was buy.
Yeah, a
After
buy
break
entry.
of this candle.
Yeah.
Stop loss was here. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, literally the wick. This is the wick.
Yes.
So yeah, that's the cool thing. Once you have a break from a range, form a resistance, has to make sense to good wicks here, same level, break below here. You at least can grab this before it flips, if it flips. Now, if it flips, now you have a wick, but you made money. And yeah, and then a buy entry up here at the same same setup. Then candle, wick, no big wicks above, which means this is a counter candle entry, and also same setup. Yeah. And thank you for sharing that. Oh, and this this could kind of like this can actually work
Yeah.
as it closes. It's just that now I'm a little bit worried about this level, so I'm gonna be honest. I would not be. So this is how I see. We are in a range. We started saying that, right? 4 hour is nothing. 4 hour is still bullish in the sense that this was the previous kind of support, and we literally came down to this same support and a little bit higher. So 4 hour is actually bullish. quote unquote, right? Because this looks more like a range situation here. Because when you don't have, you see this, and now this, you don't have a clean setup or a clean direction, then you don't have much to go with. So what I would actually do if I was looking for anything, then I would actually look at the 1 hour structure. Okay, I don't have a clean direction. Okay, so the only reference might be the 1 hour at this point. 1 hour broke below here. You see, this was a range in the 1 hour. We broke below the range and we came up to this same level that was the support. Now, 1 hour might be the one queuing up for a sell again from here if it forms like a resistance, yeah. And that could be another cue for a continuation up here, down to here. But the other thing is, yeah, whenever we came down to this level here in 1920, when I look left, whenever we came down to 1920, typically we just bounce from here from 1928. I don't know if you all see this. So whenever we came down to here, the bounce was from 1928. Pretty much, this was the only time that it came from up here. But then from here, it came here. Here didn't quite get there, but this one did. But it needed this little reaction here to get down to here. This 1, 2, 3, and boom, and then go up. So so if there's another resistance here formed, it could be a good one, especially the 1 hour. But yeah. This is I guess, yeah, we're quite done here, I guess. Because it's not like this is a fun day to trade. I'm gonna be honest. This is not a fun day to trade. I checked last night. There was no news, kind of like important anything going on. So there's no anything. Yeah, you see, no reds. No nothing. You do not have a clean traffic here or clean direction, sort of. At this point is just the weight game, or getting setups like this one, this one was clean. This is a clean setup. This is something. And if you notice, this here is exactly, this wick here, 1, 2, same level where I had TP, is exactly, what I was aiming for, right? Like, now I'm protected. Now I'm done with the trade. It was only 15 pips. That's fine. It was less than 15. It was 13. Yeah, it was 13 pips because I had it on TP automatically. But that's okay. Since I also had the other entry up here. But I'm only gonna count, I will only count the entry that I showed here, just for reference, right? For record keeping, I guess. 1919, 1939 on daily is a good consolidation where I think price may be for a while. Best to scalp entries until we get a breakout. Seeing we are at the end of the quarter. Yes, that's the issue when you have consolidation. So yeah, so basically, and you make a good point. We're at the end of the quarter, so that would actually make sense with what I'm saying technically, right? Because I'm a technical trader, so all I see is price action, and I just notice BS. So the moment, so like I said, I do not complicate my life anymore. I used to, I don't. Like, it's simple. I'm not stupid if I cannot figure out the trend. It just means that it's ranging. The moment you have issues trying to figure out if we're bullish or bearish, there's a high probability that you're in a range. That's all I can say. Like, I used to think that I was not good enough, maybe because I'm not. Hey, I should be able to say if this is bullish or if this is bearish. That's what I thought. And then I started to realize, man, there might be a probability or a possibility that we are actually ranging and that we don't have a clear, and that's also part of the market. And also it would make sense because after big moves, I always see some sort of consolidation. Like, you see, we have big moves, we have big move, we have big move, and here we had consolidation, by the way. So we had a big move, consolidation, move, bounce, bounce, move. So we have a move. Now it makes sense that we consolidate a little bit. And here we had actually, let's go to the daily chart. Look at this. Yeah, yeah. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here, 7. This was part of the move. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So it could be 7 days. Could be what, whatever amount of days. Look at this. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow, that's way over a week here. So yeah, don't get too antsy if you don't see anything. By the way, what is going on with GJ? Look at this thing. This is just still. You took Viagra definitely this morning. Did something. You see this? Just don't. Do not. Do not sell this. I mean, if you want to lose money, I can give you my account and you can send it to me. If you want to lose money, then you sell this. There's a high probability this breaks up and moves up to here, to 159.900. But yeah, don't sell this thing. So, what I was saying, yeah. So gold, just look at that. Look at that. Look at that 30-minute. So now we had a wick, and now we had an actual. Is this an actual entry setup? Wow, this is the 1 hour candle. It's a doji. It's the only one messing up. So. But the 30-minute, it doesn't look bad at all for filling the week again. Not gonna take it because I already took the entry. Actually, I think I'm not gonna take another entry because one thing that I'm trying to also do is I want to keep working on another thing that I'm doing here. So, and it involves trading, so I do not want to feel like I'm over trading. Because it is also another market. So, but here it's not so beautiful. Let's say because the wick is way too big for the body, so it's not the typical candle that fills the wick without visiting like a level up first. And also this is a bullish candle, so you don't want to kind of like get involved here. Maybe again. Oh, look at this. And then the 15-minute, look how it looks like. So there's no entry here. So the reason also why I felt so good about that particular entry here was because the 15-minute was also in my favor. So there's one thing that I kind of like go for, which is if the higher time frame is going to flip, the lower time frame will let you know. Will typically start to hint you and give you the kind of the setup. So you can, as we flip on the lower time frame, from a key level. So that's the important distinction, right? From a key level. It has to be from a key level. The moment we reject a key level and lower time frames start to do something in favor of it, look at this. Like in the 5-minute, maybe, anybody trading 5 minutes, maybe that was the end. Oh, that was the same entry that I had, I guess. No, I took it down here. The early entry of mine was down here, so it was not the same entry. Let me mark it. Let me see where was that with the 5-minute, just for fun. Oh, okay. So I guess when I entered, this is the equivalent in the 5-minute of where I entered. But the importance of this was the key level, right? It was 1929.5, has been acting as a really nice resistance, and and then at the lower time frame, if we look at it, so like if I wanted to play the trend line game here, look at this. So this is literally a break and retest Like this is literally a trend line trade, trend line setup too. If I wanted to see it that way, you see, this is the break, this is the last kiss, and this is the move. So I literally traded what on the lower time frame looks like a setup that you teach, one of the first thing that they teach you when you're learning, like on other courses or whatever, if they're trend line traders, they teach you the last kiss, and this was the last kiss. This is the break, last kiss, continuation. And typically what you want to do when there's a last kiss is you want to go to a lower time frame and see which candle did the last kiss, and then you enter that candle, like right there. I mean, there's a 1 minute. I don't do 1 minute. I'm just saying this is the theory behind the last kiss. And you're supposed to enter like there. But I don't do 1 minute or not even 5 minutes. The only thing I know is the 15 minute is bullish. So you know, there's no entry. So this was the only one, and that's it. That's about it. Let me leave it like this. We ended up moving it above the 30 minute, like around here. But yeah. So for the rest of the day, I would say that now I can play with the, what time is it? Yeah, at 8:20 we might have a push. Because of this. Is this the Comex? And this is interesting. You could, yeah, you. So I have a thing with trend lines, right? Because I actually use trend lines for swings, and I actually came up with my own things with the trend lines. So you can connect wicks, yes, 100%. You can connect wicks, and they make sense on a higher time frame. That's actually how I find if there's a higher time frame move that I might be missing. So this is good. Now the best wicks that I can connect typically come from a higher time frame, and that's where I actually like to connect wicks. Let me see if I find one. Yeah, let me wait. I don't see any, to be honest, like a higher time frame, like other than this one here that served really well. This one here. We don't have a clean one that I actually like. Let me see if I see it. We don't have like a clean trend line that I would. There's one actually. This is what I call the 3D trend line. This is just me coming up with names to understand myself. There's one here in the cross section that might be the one, but those trend lines are tricky. Those trend lines, and they typically react quite well, to be honest. Is this one here? I can see it with my eyes, with the naked eye. Let me, I guess, draw it like from here. You see here, when you have such a clean cut coming up. Hey, I see you, Cuban. Have a nice gym session. I'm actually thinking about, yeah, I have to go to the gym today early. Yeah, so there's a clean cut here. So typically, they actually behave in a way where you can do this. You see this? you have here, this is just a fake out. This is a reaction, you see? So you actually have stuff like this going on here at the moment. So you have the candle closures perfectly rejecting that trend line. When it came up, it literally created a support right there. And when it came down, like then did this, which is actually, this actually supports the idea, if I were to go by that trend line, that I'm expecting another visit down to here again. There's a high probability for that. So, if I were to draw this one, this is a cross-sectional one. I call them the 3D trend lines. And yeah, and this one worked like a charm. This one was one of, I love it when gold gives you those type of setups like this one that's so clean, so easy to read. Then they actually work, because I actually remember buying here. But trendline was not the only reason why. I always say this: trendline should not be the reason why. Trendline should just be another confirmation. You're not supposed to take a trade just because of a trend line. You're supposed to take a trade because there's a key level or a key zone that the price is reacting, and the structure makes sense, and then a trend line is bouncing. Then you have like a good thing going on. But not just because there's a trend line and there's nothing else, right? What do you think on the 1 hour and GJ breaking its high? 1 hour GJ breaking. Oh, look at that! It's filling the wick actually. But yeah, but I'm not gonna take this. Yeah, I don't like, so even though we are bullish, I don't trust GJ at this level, because when I came from behind, like when I came from behind, jeez, when I came back to the past, uh, yeah, sounded like that didn't sound like trading, right? Let me see. What is this? Wait. Oh, it was like a long time ago. That's the problem. Yeah, that's the issue. So, if I let me use the replay so I don't have to struggle too much. Look at this. When we come back to here, we have a really strong level here. Really strong. This is not an easy level. This is a 160. This is a 160. 160 level. Yeah. There you go. This is 160. That's a key level. So as a zone, it's a big zone. So I don't know if this is gonna have the strength to also break that level. I mean, it sure looks like it has a lot of strength. But I would actually expect at least something going on here, like some sort of a reaction here. And we're so close that I don't know. Like this is where we are, and this is where that level is, 22 pips away. So I'm not so sure. So the 4 hour, let me see, that was a wick. Look at this reaction there. Look. Came down to here, and look at here. Resistance. Support fake out. And anyways, there's a, I don't know if I should. So the only thing I can do is I can look at the candle wick, right? This is the level, all the way up to almost 100. Yeah, 160, 100. So the next level on the, let me do this, on the 1 hour. Oh, we are above it. Oh, so we are here. This is another. So you see. So maybe this is a 1 hour. There you go. And let me go to the future again. Okay. Anyways, yes, it makes sense based on that one. Yeah, it makes sense. Is
Yeah, because I see 160 as
yeah,
a strong level on the daily too.
yeah, it makes sense for this to continue shooting up right now. Yeah, makes sense. Oh, and 15 was queuing up. Oh, this is what I was. Oh, look at this. This is what I was meaning, that we got it, but on the 15. See, yeah, we got it on the 15. Yeah, it makes sense. That's a good continuation entry. Especially because you're going with the trend, right? There's like you're doing the right thing. Let's say you're going with the trend, so yeah, it makes sense. If you took that one, that seems to be a good one. Right now we are at, yeah, 8:15, and now we have two candles looking up on the 15. Yeah, you see. So this could just come here on the next 15 minutes. So yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, because it gave us support on the 15 minute.
Yes. And that's the issue, right? When you have a lot of momentum, you cannot trust it. Not you cannot even wait for the 30-minute one. You're supposed to
Mm-mm.
kind of like grab it with the momentum. So yeah, this was a good entry. If you took it, that's a nice one.
No, I didn't take it. I was looking at the 1 hour. I wasn't sure if the 1 hour would actually break or not.
Yeah, it made sense, but it took me a while to figure that out because I noticed that we have a level up here too. But it made sense. Yeah.
Yeah, because the 30 and the 15 minute did like a liquidity grab.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Look at this, massive one.
That's what I was looking at. I just wasn't 100% sure
Mm-hmm.
because of the whole momentum. Like it was going up, and the higher time frame didn't give me a stronger support for me to be like, okay,
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really and not only a good one. It's actually an easy one
mm-hmm,
because you see this, you had a resistance here form confirmed, and the two latest wick were at the same level. So at the break of this, yeah, look at this, nice. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Stop loss about below here. Yeah, that might have been the that could have been the second trade of the day, for sure.
oh, and it's running a good 22 pips, 24.
Yeah, now I really want to see what happens here at 160 at that zone here. But it has so much. Like, look at this. This just wants to keep going because it just did all of this. This one liquidity grab, boom, look, like nothing. This is like, so it has steam to break this because it did it in the first 3 minutes.
Yeah,
Not even like a wick, no, nothing. It would have been like quick in and done. But I know there's this zone, this is a level. So I really want to see what's gonna happen here.
yeah, that's what stopped me from entering the trade. It was 160 all the way on the other side.
Yeah, the setup was there on the 15 for sure. Setup was there on the 15. And I would guess this. Oh, it was there on the 5 minute too. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Look, this one closed above. All of this. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it has just wow. It just keeps going. Got the batteries. The what is the commercial energizer? The one that
Yeah.
keeps going.
The bunny.
Yeah. In,
I took buy in GJ on break of 5 minutes.
Huh?
you say here?
Yep, this was my stop loss. It was very small entry.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't feel comfortable with 160. That's why I asked you, and I wanted a second opinion.
Yeah, 160 seems to be a key level. I mean, seems no, it's actually a key level. I mean, we know that. It's just we are counting on this breaking, from here key level, which is one of the rare times where I could say that it is actually, possible because we have so much momentum. But the entry for 20 pips was not so bad, to be honest. It's just that I hadn't seen it on the 15, and the key level was, I had it down here, to be honest. It was closer. So in my eyes, there was no entry at first. And then when I looked back again and noticed the wick, the candle wick, came actually up to 160, 100. I remember now. And then now we have space because that would mean that between 160, 100, and that the key level, key level is just key level, but obviously it's gonna be a price zone. So this was kind of like the limit of it, and I would expect some sort of reaction around here from between here and here. Now, if it breaks this, so whenever you break a strong level, you do it in two ways. You either do it like with a momentum candle, really strong and that crosses really aggressively, or you do it gradually with a shy break, kind of come back again, and do the same BS that you typically do. But this was a nice one. Yeah, that was a nice setup. Now, continuation setups, well, I mean, because there's no more entries, the train is gone. You can look at them in the 15 minutes. So the more momentum there is, the more you're gonna have to rely on the lower time frames because 15 minute was giving the setup every single time.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. The 30 minutes just continuation. The 1 hour was straight continuation. The
Yeah,
15 minute is the only one that gave you like two entries.
yeah. 15 minute was the one kind of shouting the entry. Boom. Same thing here. Closure break. Boom. The moment I would have seen this for sure, I was gonna take profits here, maybe leave a runner, and this was the last one. This was the last one. So same thing, yeah, same setup, same setup. Even though those two were kind of shyer, there was not a big liquidity grab. This one was a big liquidity grab. So this one was even better.
Yeah, that liquidity grab was what caught my attention on the first, at first, and then I started looking at it again to see what my level was, but I wasn't sure with a 160 if it was even gonna make it or just bounce off it.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. It's yeah, that's the setup. But now we are at that key resistance, and yeah,
See, now I would like to see a support form for another liquidity grab to continue up, or it's just gonna stay there for the rest of the day.
well, I mean, so it is 820. So the thing that I'm kind of like, if it is 820, gold should have been dropping the impulse that we were talking about, right? Let me
Yeah,
wait.
it did.
Let me check it out here. Oh, there you go. Yeah, yeah. That's the impulse I was talking about at 820. You see? Oh, because now as we were looking at GJ, now it created that 15 minute.
It did the same setup as GJ but backwards.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that was the entry again. So that one, I would have been taking for sure. Because this is the one that I wanted on 820, right? That's the impulse. But that's okay. I'm okay with what I did today. So well, that was the setup, right? That was the setup, the easiest setup. Because this one, there's a high probability we actually come down to here. Not only that, if this doesn't hold, this is a key level from where I'm actually expecting a stronger reaction, right? So yeah, I think today that like this one gets down to here, and then yeah, but the entry was there. So you see, the candle was okay, but at first he had the 15 minute not okay. Now the second one gave the setup, and then this one would have been the one where you actually place like an entry at the closure or at the break. There's a really high probability that it first did the wick. Yeah, it did the wick. There you go. So that's why at the break you do it really nicely. And now if you do it at the break, you can literally use the wick for the continuation. And yeah, there you go. Yeah, yeah. So let me see.
And let
Yeah,
me ask you something. You're not paying attention to the 4 hour on that candle right now? because it looks like on the 4 hour at 1921, 1922, there's a bunch of rejection candles, and it started to flip bullish again.
I would have been taking profits like I always do, some pips before the closure of the candles. Around here, before even this, I would have been taking profits here, and this would have been a runner, and I would leave the runner down to here. Yeah, what I do with the 4 hour is I look at it, but then I ask myself, which level is stronger, this one or this one? If you notice, looks like 1920 is stronger. 1920, yeah, 1920 is stronger for sure. Why? Because when you look left, actually this one down to here, down here. Number one, it is a key level. I know that for a fact. But also the other thing is, whenever you see a key, you see a structure, right? So if we do this and we hide the candle wicks, you only see this, right? This is a good way to see structure. If you're not, if you have an issue figuring out if we're bullish or bearish, you hide the candle wicks, and you see the body closures because the line chart is created based on the candle closures. So here you have like oh nice. You see, you kind of like see, okay, so we are bullish on the 4 hour, but then here we broke structure, you see, and now we are bearish, right? So here 4 hour is kind of hinting you that we are bearish on the 4 hour. If you look at the line chart, that's a trick that I used to use. But if you go to the candle wicks, which is perfect, you also notice where even when the structure was bullish. So this is the hidden trick of the key zones. Even though this was a bullish trend, price before coming up came back to here to grab that impulse to go up. So I don't know if that makes sense. Like you cannot see that on the line chart. On the line chart, you can only see structure, but you cannot see range. Now you want to see range, you come to and look at this. Yes, it was bullish, but price came and grabbed liquidity from the key level before flipping. So my point is, this level is stronger than this one. That's my point. Because for some reason, price needed to visit down to here before coming up. So this is, so the strong level, they pull and they push. They pull hard when they have been visited recently, and they push hard once they have been reached. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that now, as we reject this zone here, that we actually end up visiting today here. Now, if we reject from here, where I had the thing here, then we might have a probability, we might have the reaction of the 1923 level, which is a little bit weird, because if you look at the daily, it would actually seem like it wants to either range, like who was it that said that we might be ranging? I think that yes, I think we might definitely range for many days around here. But also I think that it was a Q band, yeah. So I do agree with that there's a probability that we range, but the range is not gonna be so small. I think the range might be, if we're gonna range, might be like down between here and here, and doing a lot of BS. If we're gonna range, now if we're gonna range, then it's gonna be week fest, wiki. You see. But so far it's not so tricky. Like if you ever had trouble figuring out what a structure is doing, you come to the line chart. I guess I never said this in public. I only said it like in the academy. But if you have struggles with that, you can use the line chart, and there you go. You see, bearish, see, bullish, flipping. Now this is a break of structure, so this is bearish on the 4 hour so far. And you go to the 1 hour, and there you go, bearish. You see? Consolidation, break, resistance. So probabilities dictate that this wants to come down. You can see the thing moving now. No, what one thing I noticed is we tapped here, and we tapped here on the 1 hour, and we haven't tapped here. So there's a really high probability that this actually flips and closes right here at the level, the 1 hour. You see now it's looking up. So there's a probability that we actually come up, and close that. Oh, that's the 9. Oh, so that's the actually that is the 4 hour candle closure. So that would be even better, right? Let me see. Yeah, it would actually even make sense on the thing here to close right here, the body. So we might have a candle closure, 1 hour closure here, 4 hour also. And the 4 hour would be bullish, but then, that could be the bullish 4 hour that corrects the movement before dropping more. Just because we have been flipping this structure. So that's why the only way that I guess what it would do is come up close like around here, or anywhere from here. Below here it sells, above here is buys. Hmm?
Go to 5 minute. It rejected 1924 to 1923 area.
Oh yeah, yeah. So anyways, there's no trade. Like if I wasn't in a trade, I wouldn't be trading right now, because this is the 4 hour closure now. We're 30 minutes away, so I would actually wait for this. So 4 hour, I think there's a high probability that we close like looking up, like around here or here. Now if we flip this 4 hour and we get down to here. Oh wow, look at that 1 hour thing. That action right there. Look at this. So yeah, you don't want to be involved in anything that is not nearby a zone. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Like right inside of here now, this is a no trade range right there.
Yeah, I don't like any of that. Above 1929.5, maybe, and or under 1923.17, maybe.
Yeah, now as I'm looking at this, I'm not gonna lie. I actually like a break above here.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like it up to here. That would be the closest I would dare to grab one buy entry. So between here and here, there's a really nice, setup. So if price were to close above here and form some sort of a continuation entry, it would have to close a bullish 30-minute. It would have to be a 1 hour, last 30-minute of the 1 hour. Or even better, if the 1 hour closes above, then even better, because then I could actually, if the 1 hour closes above, you have a 30-minute looking down but closes above the line, and then the next 30-minute closes above here. As we break above here, from here to here, that's a really high probability move from there to there. 34 pips. As you would figure, I would actually take less. I would take like around 30. But look at this rejection. Yeah, this is not looking so bad, in the sense that the structure is kind of like clearly being painted. Oh, there you go, last tap, and now this is the one that falls. Yeah, because where is that thing going? Joe, everything is above the trend line and the candle is bullish. Everything is above the trend line and the candle is bullish. Oh, Michael, I don't know if I read yours. Trendline defined the bounce and breakout barrier and apply to all time frames. Love trend lines. Okay, so you're a trend line trader. That's cool. I don't know. I don't understand the question. So everything is about the trend line, and the candle is bullish. What trend line? I think there's a lot of. Uh, you know what? Let me see, GJ. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's a key zone right there. So that is paying respect to the zone because it is a key level. So from here, this is the tricky part. From here, there's a high probability that I don't take any trade with GJ unless we break above here. Um, because what I would expect now is that the volume from New York. So you have to figure out something, which is now this is GJ, right? It really here it doesn't really matter. The New York didn't get the orders, none of that. But yeah, I would expect that all of this move that was missed by the New York traders and confluence with the London traders, that now the session of New York might actually push the price down and correct it. Not so much because I don't like not really. I mean, yeah, actually there's space, so we might see how would it look like if that daily kind of like comes all the way down to here. It would be like a massive wick and then a body like around here. Would that make sense? Let me see. Because I'm not necessarily like the whole range, not the whole range, but I would have. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. What I just said, it actually happened before. Oh, wow. It literally happened. What I just said. Like, what if that daily were to drop all the rest of the day down to here? Not only that, what the heck happened this day? What is this? What is this? June 24th. What the heck happened that day? It was the 16th. No, the 24th. 16. What happened? Yeah, right. It looks like it was like some sort of Brexit, because Brexit was going on during those days. Yusef. Uh,
EU referendum. It was,
wow, that day was something else, right? Like I'm amazed. Whew. My God, that's. Oof. What is this? 200 and no, no. 2000.
2700.
No way. No way. No way, Jose. No, 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 no. Wait. Am I? No. Shit. That was 2000. That was 2000 pips, right? Not only that,
2700.
2,700. That was a daily thing, and I would have been interested. Actually, you know what? Let me see, just for the sake of it, since we're waiting for the 9 a.m. Let me see which candle on the lower time frame did that, because typically, look at that. Yeah, Hmm. This was the magical kind. So this one was a magical one, but it retraced. But this one just came. Let me see lower time frame. Oof, not available. Yeah. Anyways, that's interesting. So okay, so it happened before. It's not like it couldn't happen right now, right? So my question would be: are the traders from New York going to just be happy with this? That's my question. Because then the 4 hour, what I would guess is that now the rest of the session, this thing corrects and creates a better setup for the New York slash London people to capitalize on this one, because this was Asia. This was Asia, and kind of amazed that I actually missed this because I was not looking at the charts because I was awake. Yeah. So this was Asia, and this was London. So there was no stopping here throughout the whole thing. So it would actually make sense, but that doesn't mean that I will sell. I'm just saying it would actually make sense that this starts to correct. So there's just one way I might be tempted to sell, and not even. I'm not gonna play with this momentum. That's all I can say. I'm not gonna play with this bullish momentum. But if you wanted to sell, what the thing that I would be looking for would be a double rejection on the 30-minute structure, and then it would make sense to maybe sell short term. Because I'm really expecting some sort of a correction for the people of New York, because we're about to close now. 4 hour is about to close like around like this, so I would actually expect this to close closer to the level on the 4 hour, and then on the and then 30-minute, 15-minute, all of that start to flip, and you might see like another visit here. But as you can see, this was correct, this zone here, because that is the reaction. So from the thing that we brought from the past, look at this. Now there might be a good correction coming throughout New York, and that would prompt the setup for. So it looks like now I have to pay attention to Asia on GJ, because look, it has been moving. What is this? Gold 1920, 1920 to 1919. Demand zone for price to push up below short. Yeah. This is what I'm aiming today. Visit to this thing here. I mean, not aiming. I'm just expecting it. I guess I'm not gonna, unless I see like something really nice. But it is tricky because this is rejecting at the moment. Like this is rejecting right now. You see, this is kind of like rejecting right now. So that's a little bit tricky right there. I would actually expect this is 1925 level. Yeah. So the 1 hour has been respected too, which is good. Yeah. And 125.
Yesterday 9:30 candle went up. Let's see what happens today at 9:30 a.m.
19 9. What did you say? 9:30.
Yes. Yesterday 9:30 a.m. candle went up.
Yeah, but it was after this liquidity grab. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually expecting that, and I took this entry. Now, this one from here to here. But that entry was based on many things combined, because this is not a clean, like typical high velocity setup, but it was tempting to me, just and I really didn't like this candle, no wick here, But then he did this, right? So it made me feel a little bit safer about the setup. Anyways, here, we're rejecting here, so there might be another visit, and I'm just, oh, look at this, 15. We are 15 minutes away from the closure, so we might have another visit up here. That would actually make sense if we visit here, because that way the 4 hour would look like a good closure to the zone, and then you might have a, oh no, actually this one could actually, so what's the expectancy here? If we form a support here, would actually be good, because now if we form a support here would mean we need this to create a wick and close up. And if that happens, then we are prompting the setup for the double top rejection, if it's gonna reject for the rest of the day. Now, if it's gonna form a support, break above and do a continuation setup, then that could be the continuation setup up to 160.47. So yeah, that would just have to be, it's just waiting pretty much. And now we have a level here. So now we don't need to do it so wide. Let me leave it at that. That's okay. Now, if we break below here, I will not gonna lie, this is a really tempting setup. Wow, that's really tempting below here. Really tempting to my eyes. Like, I cannot explain how tempting that is to me for a pending. It even has space for that. Like an entry here should prompt price to drop from here to at least here. Stop loss could be kept above here, and that could be 1.59. That is a really tempting setup. So if this is dropping, gold should be going up, right? I mean, not should be, but there's a high probability that, yeah, there you go. So this might be the visit up here. Yeah, that inverse correlation works on a candle-to-candle basis many times. So maybe this one is the one that drops down to here. And this is the same one that might push gold up to this level up here that I have all the way up there. I think, where was it? It was on the 30 minute? Yeah, all the way up here. Actually, let's do something here. Oh, wow, all the way up there. It's like really up there. Oh, as we close above, wow, what is this? This is the 4 hour closure. So the 4 hour closure above this level could literally change the whole thing. Yeah, but this is, you see, so if we close below here, it's all good and dandy. Like if we close below here, then the cells in my eyes are still have preference, but this is a range, remember. Now the 1 hour doesn't look so good for a sell. The 1 hour is actually quite aggressive flipping here. But now this is a key level to watch. This is the most important level to watch, which is right here, which is, what is this? Let me see if I can grab it all the way to the candle wick. Okay, so it is 0.5, I guess. Yes. So this is the key level to watch, because as we close this looking up, could be literally this closure from yesterday. This closure from yesterday was literally looking down, created the wick to the key level and flipped. So if this thing closes above this zone, then it actually prompts back to buy entries. Oh, look at that. But if it closes below here, then it could leave a wick up to this where right now we are. And if it rejects from here and closes below, then it would actually be a setup or a preference for sales, even if it is a bullish candle, just the same way this was. This was a buy, but it's about to break this zone, so it looks like it wants to retest, right? Yeah, look at this. Maybe it wants to retest, and this is the confluence with the level too, right about here. Oh, that would be interesting if that happens. Yeah, but there's no entry, like there's nothing for me. Now the 4 hour still bearish, like it hasn't changed 4 hour. Even though this closure here was higher than this one. But right now this that happened here is just a structure. It's quite simple, right? It's just bearish still. This is the previous support and looks like it wants to come to previous support, pretty much. So the whole between here and here is the whole zone from where you could actually expect price rejecting and still keep the bearish trend. Oh, by the way, I'm noticing something here. Wait, I'm noticing something interesting here. Who was it that liked Michael liked trend lines? Look at this. Since you like trend lines, look at this. Anybody that likes trend lines? We have this going on too. Now you could either do it wick to wick, which is a good way to see it too. You could do it body to body as it shapes up. So there you go. So this is it. Break, retest, continuation. And this is on the daily trend. So this is the 4 hour structure. So what that means is that there's a high probability that this zone is rejected yet again. And that from here then, you know, keeps correcting, if anything, for the rest of the day. If we reject here, then there's the visit not down to 1920. It's really, 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 you know, attractive. Glad I bought a sell at the top of 160.89. 160.89. Oh, you mean GJ? Yeah, that's tricky. I mean, unless you had a like a lower time confirmation, you know. The zone is strong. It's a key level. So if you have 40 pips on GJ, that's a lot. At least for a scalper's point of view. So if you ever get a sell on such a bullish trend, I would say that whenever you get to a key zone, take profits. That's what I would have been doing. Like right now, I would have been taking profits here. I don't care, and then moving. Not necessarily like if you have enough, you can take. You don't have to take like 90% or 80. You could actually take 70 or 60, and then place break even and blah blah. But so when you're in a bullish trend, oh, is this like buffering? Yeah, when you're in a bullish trend, if you're in a bullish trend, what happens is that the impulses will be higher and will have more distance than the corrections, right? The corrections will have a smaller distance. So what that means is that the moment you grab, like if you are one of those traders that actually can get reversals, the reversals should be short-lived, or at least the TP for them. So if you took, I would still not advise this unless you really back test this and you have it down to a science. That's all I can say. If you don't have it, if you don't have the statistics on the entry, you shouldn't be taking any entry that you don't have a statistics on. But what I was saying is the moment whenever you go up, you have way more distance than when you come down. So if for whatever reason you actually grab the sell, it should you shouldn't be expecting that this is gonna like drop massively because that's just gambling. The best entry would be kind of like expect a short correction, take profits whenever it makes sense, and then try to grab another buy entry. But so far, so far it really it's not interesting. Sales are not still too interesting to me. I use as a mental stop loss. Hmm. Yeah,
Mental.
I stopped using mental stop loss really early, really early in my career. Oh, there you go. Let me see this drop. Just want to see if it happens because it's so tempting. Mm. Wow, if it happens, because that's an area that I would expect price that the moment it breaks below it, uh, that it moves price a little bit more aggressively downwards. But maybe maybe I can play with this or maybe not. Not with the profits. I mean, I have, but this is a sell, so that's the only problem. Like I really have an issue with the momentum that we have on the buy, like buy momentum. But like I said, I would expect that New York pushes this downwards, and but I would actually prefer to get any entry set up in the buy position. This is not an entry I'm gonna take. I'm just gonna watch it. Okay, I just wanna see if it happens in a downtrend. Yeah, here I would have for sure I would have been taking like 50% of the profits here. I would have been taking like another 50 and maybe leave the rest running to see, whatever how far it would have been going. It's just really like to secure profits, but also it's because when you enter as a scalper, you enter with a high you're supposed to enter with a high risk, right? If you're scalping, you're actually using lots like higher lots. So this would have been the second TP for me if I would have been from up here, and now would it make sense to reject from here? Oh, look at that 1 hour. Okay, so 4 hour big wick. Yeah, this is yeah. You know what? I'll watch it, but this is bullish. Look, another rejection. 2 minutes away. Okay. So you see what I said? If we close below here, if we close below here, we are so we are still bullish long term, but but I wouldn't be surprised that this bullish closure, the only thing that might do again is like the next 4 hour. So this is what let me paint what I don't know why, but I expect this to happen today based on what I've seen gold doing. I mean, this is what I would, this is BS. So whatever I'm about to do is completely, it's just guesswork, okay? So now, look at this. Did you backtest the strategy or just reading candles like you are doing just now? Right, your strategy need backtesting because you are not really following any pattern. You just execute depending on wicks, rejection, and volume from session. Wow, you literally said it. How you had a good observation there. That's literally how I trade. Yeah, I trade completely based on what I call I call it context. I do context trading. So I really modify. So I have like a pattern on how I see it. I first kind of get the sense of what I'm looking for the rest of the day, right? But I do that based on structures, not so much like right. You see here, so this you see this closure. I would actually expect that look we closed inside of here, so I would actually read this unless we break above here that this is still selling pressure. That's how I read it. So I would actually expect this to visit up here again at any point, and actually could be aggressive because at 9:30 we have the volume coming, so it could aggressively come just the same way. So figure this one, right? Just picture this one. I'm sorry, picture this one. So this thing here could be the same thing. So if you notice here, we have space to right, kind of like visit again the retest or whatever yeah, you have space to revisit up to here, all the way up to here. Let's say around here. You know what? Might be around here. Where's the 1 hour? That's the 1 hour. Oh, okay. Okay, so if that's the 1 hour, yeah, it might be 35. 35 makes sense. Wow, 35 makes sense, and it's so deep up there, which is yeah, I wouldn't be surprised with gold. But let's do this because I see here a good support closure around here. Okay, so I still read this as a bearish thing, right? Because the either we visit here to drop again, but this is a key level that price, like I said earlier, likes to visit. So even if it closed bullish, but it closed below and inside the area. So that is this is weird that it's dropping so fast right now. I would actually expect this to maybe, let me see. Does that make sense? Oh, it makes sense a little bit with the 15. Okay. Yeah, so I would actually, honestly, I was expecting, but look, this is a good liquidity wick. I would actually expect this to kind of like come back again to the zone by 9:30, and then that one drop, and then the 9:30 to 10, 10:30, the one being dropping. But look at this. This is rejecting. This is a good rejection on the 15, is what I'm noticing. So based on that, below here, whatever breaks now with volume, New York, there's a really high probability that we visit yet again here. Now, there is a way to back test this. It's just that the way you would back test it would be with having kind of like the logic step by step. So how do you do it? Like the way, if you notice from the beginning, the first thing I go for is the higher time frame, and then I figure out where the structure is. So that's step number one, right? Okay, where is the structure? Structure is bullish, you know. I don't like this. This is important, right? The last candle was bearish, but also I like to see at the structure because typically price, if it's gonna continue correcting, might create a wick and then continue the drop to another whatever potential key level, right? So that's number one. Number two, then I also pay attention to the previous candle, especially because I'm a scalper, right? And then I go to the daily structure. What is going on here? Said it from the beginning. This is BS. This is a barcode. This is no direction, right? No clear direction. So indecision. What that means is range. So now I know that we are kind of like getting inside of a range on the daily. Now, if I don't have a clear path in the daily, there's a probability that 4 hour will give me the answer. Now, 4 hour gave me the answer yesterday for this, right? So 4 hour was bearish, and I said it. Even in the weekly recap, but also I mentioned that it was forming a nice support on a key level. So that meant that there was a high probability that we could visit up here, which it literally did. Now today, what you heard me mentioning many times is as we broke below here, and if we close below here, the 4 hour, even if it closes very bullish, there is a pattern that I have to look for, which is there's a high probability that if we reject this, that even if it closes bullish, the structure on the 4 hour was bearish, right? You see, if you want to see a structure clearly, you can use the line chart if you have issues with the structure. So line chart, you look at this, it's still bearish. Now this looks a little bit like, you see, the 4 hour closed bullish, right? But if you look at the line chart, how is it looking like? It is looking bearish, right? It is looking like now we have the resistance. And this is what we said earlier. Now you guys remember, I said, hey, the line, it wasn't the 1 hour, I think it was. Yeah, look at that. The 1 hour did it. You remember this tap that I said, hey, we tapped here, tap here, tap here, and we were like down here. I said, hey, 1 hour kind of like needs to get closer to the zone, and it just did. So this was that drive up. So now it makes sense actually. This drop right here, it actually makes sense. So now this drop that is happening would actually be the one that might drive price down to here to 1923. Why? Because now it actually finally tapped the area that we were expecting. Now this is a really strong level. So when you have such a strong level here, where we actually took profits before, that means is this is the 1 hour. What that means is that this, oh, look at that, look at that, look how that is looking. So the moment we break below here, there's a high probability that the move from here, from the below this week down to here, is really aggressive. I mean, it's just a probability. But it would have to it would really have to break, because you have so much rejection here that I would really not be, like, I wouldn't FOMO this in. I wouldn't. But you can back test based on the context. And also, yes, you can back test. Of course, you can back test Raja's strategy. Yeah, I mean, it is difficult. I'm not gonna lie. I did it, and I tried to do it for a while, and it was a little bit difficult because he, in some sense, he's actually also doing the same thing. He's dynamically changing the positions based on what he's looking at. Will you take impulse sales as there is a lot of volume? No, not really. I'm gonna be honest. When there's a range, when there's a ranging market, I really prefer to get in nearby the zones. Unless there's like something that prompts me to, like, for example, you see this break above here? Above here, there's a really high probability that as we flip this, this would be a better, let's say, impulse entry. If we were talking about impulses, it's what I call breakouts, but it's the same thing pretty much. You see this? So the reason why this would be more attractive to me, at least up to here, which is 20 pips, and I guess stop loss like around here, it would actually, even though the candle wick is really big, it would be because now you have been reaching out down to here, down to here, down to here, and this, if this flips, imagine this, if this flips, the candle would be this massive wick in a break of a structure, and not only that, you look left, what do you see? Clean traffic, at least up to here. So from here to here, probabilities of price from the moment it breaks after this. So that's context, right? Even though we said it many times, yes, still looks like it wants to drive down the price. But also, I would actually expect a drive up first if we're gonna come down to 1920. Would that make sense? Yeah, it would actually make sense. You only have to look at this thing here, right? Look, it would actually make sense to drive up to here even, like, and still reject with a wick, same way it did here. So That would be the wick. Actually, it could be that this is the wick before it falls, and it could be like 9:30, 9:30 to 10, whatever. If it really does that. Now, if it falls from here, I don't have any more entries here because I don't like this. This really doesn't look good to me. Too many wicks. This is, you know why I don't like that? Because when you have so many wicks and candle closure up here, so figure this one. I mean, imagine this. You enter anywhere here. What that means is that look at the closure of the candles. The candles could literally, you could get in like right here. It could literally push you or like anywhere here. Or let's say you enter like here or an impulse here. Okay, let's enter this impulse here. You could literally enter at here at the break, and this could literally do this, what this one did, and just boom, just pull up the skirt. So I do. I today I expect this visit, but it's not easy for me. I don't feel good about any entry right now, other than this one. This one just looks like an entry to me based on the impulse entries that I take, the breakout entries, pending orders. Really looks like one to me. I could take profits here if I wanted to be safe, 17 pips. Oh, look at that. So yeah, if it breaks below, cool. And then this one could be the one that actually gets down to here to 1920. But I would not be excited about that entry. GJ should be revisiting, right? The top. Let me see. 1 hour. Oh, there you go. 5 minutes. So 5 minutes is the only one that is flipping. 15. You know what? This could be also a good entry for buy entries because even though could be a good one because there's still momentum, and I would still I would still expect a revisit to the level before we reverse. So this could be close. Looks like we may reject at 61.8 along with the rejection wick to the left. Paul, I don't know what pair you're talking about. Driven Latino, close, took 60 pips, have to work. Love your stream. Oh, thank you, brother. And congratulations. You got your win. 15-minute, 30-minute. Oh, there you go. Okay, so 1 hour kind of like forming a support now. 1, 2, you look. Yeah, we could feel this wick. That 30 minutes really looks ugly. 15-minute. Yeah, but I have some basic setups. Let me show you one really easy. You see this one from this morning? That's a setup. That's why I took it, right? This one here. You see? So this was a setup. And Sanjam shared that I took it before, but if I took it before, it's because of the same reason, right? Because Sanjam he's also paying attention to setups, and just like me. So the moment you see this, a break of a clean break, it has to be a clean break from any. And this is even better, the fact that it was consolidating, right? That means that this is a strong level. The moment we break below and form a support, the moment you see on the 30 minutes something that confirms an entry against that resistance or a reaction, then you might. So just so you know, to me, that was the first entry. Because when I see two 30-minute candles after a fresh closure on a key level, I take an early entry there. It would stop loss above. Oh, what the fuck? Wait, this is like this. There. Okay, there you go. So even if it is bullish, I need a bearish one. Bearish one, bullish has to have a big wick. That was my early entry, right? That was the one. Now the one that I shared here was the easiest one, which is, or the, let's say, the most um, simplest to understand, which is this one, which is you wait for this to close. You prefer like a candle if possible, a candle wick. But when it is like this, you most of the time don't even get the wick. So I already know that. So I mean, many times you don't get the wick, not most of the time, but many times. So now I don't really need the wick for that one. If you have the wick, even better. But you really don't even need it. And from here, it drops typically at least to next to the next whatever 15, 30 minutes zone here, which is why it literally rejected from here. So that's a setup for me. Now, the simplest one was here. You see, the closure, you enter and you wait the thing out, but you would have to wait that one out, right? Now the way that I know that I learned how to avoid having to wait so much was for when I have the first closure like this, especially with no candle wick. Then I actually wait for a candle wick to be formed, and as it forms, I place the sell entry below the break of the candle. And if you notice, that would not have activated that entry. Happens a lot. You see? You wait it out. You wait it. You don't enter. Like if it falls from here to here, then you miss the entry. Or you could take an early entry and just wait it out and understand that you're gonna have to wait and that you might have a visit here. So if you're okay with that, you can enter. You have an early entry. Now the second best entry, I'm giving the setup here, would be as you wait for the candle to create a wick, and then you place the sell stop below the break of the candle. Now, if you notice, that one would have never triggered that one, right? That would have been just creating this bullish candle. Now, the moment it created this bullish candle, now it gave me my early setup. So now I had a first entry with this at the top, and then, this like this, right? That would have been early entry. If I risk 2%, then here I risk like 1% and then 1% at the break of this. So the second entry was the one that we took live, and then that was that one. Now, if you notice, what I did was I took profits around here. Why? Because I noticed that there were many body closures around here. So I just wanted to be safe. And that was the one that I took live. So that's why I only have one here. I'm not counting this one. Now, the other one, then there's no more setups, as you can see, because now we tapped into the zone many times. So now we really have to wait it out. Now this became now officially a no trade range for me, because all the moves already happened. So now I don't know if this is the one that breaks below to here, or if this is the one that actually flips back inside the zone and actually breaks the
gold buys.
Yeah, like you could literally buy from here.
My entry is 1924.240. 259.
Like around here, yeah. This could be the one that flips goes up, but that's not an entry for me. You see, so yeah, everybody has different setups. Now, the only thing that really matters here is that whatever you're doing is something you can repeat 1,000 times, and that you have the likely outcome of that. Meaning that if you take 100, that at least you win 51, let's say, right? Yeah. So that setup, you're supposed to be able to spot it and take it 100 times, and then you should have the likely outcome of it. Okay. And also, there's a question you have to ask yourself. If you had let's say, $100,000 account, would you take this trade, and how much would you risk on it? That's also a question you always have to ask. This is a good level. So far, it's respecting really nice the 1925. By the way, 1925, it is a key level. Yeah, look. 1925 is a key level, so it would make sense that from here we actually flip. So if we started creating the wick first down, then that means that there's a high probability that today we actually go up instead of coming down. So today we might actually come up if we flip as we break above here, and then, but maybe the fall happens from all the way up here if it really wants to revisit down to here. But right now, like I said, it's just a no trade range for me. I'm just literally watching the market. That's all I'm doing. Trying to figure out the limit of the wick here, if it would make sense. Uh-huh. Yeah, there's no way. Like I'm gonna be honest. I still see this going down. It's
Yeah,
just look at this.
I saw this 5 minute structure before, and let's see.
Yeah, uh, at this point it's just to me. Oh, okay. So 50 minute. Yeah, yeah. It could be. But you know what? This is going down. Like, I mean, the structure here, at least the structure on the 15. This is the support. This is the new support. I mean resistance. This is resistance. This is the new resistance. And it was a massive rejection, a bearish candle. It would really look like from here it wants to go down here. And now that I think about it, GJ should be painting out. Yeah, GJ is presenting the entry. So I think no, I'm actually gonna take this buy entry here. It's actually safer and easier to me. Yeah, yeah. As we break above here again, I'm gonna take it again all the way up to here. If we break above. Now 30 minute, 8 minutes away, and then this is the 1 hour resistance level right here. So it would actually be a nice continuation for the 1 hour to fill the width. Yeah, I'm taking this one. So that would be my last one for today. This one makes sense. This one makes sense. Here I entered. I'm in. I'm gonna wait this one out, and this one makes sense. I'm okay. Because I'm expecting a revisit to the level. Yeah, it's all confluenced. The only one, that is tricky is the 1 hour, but it's okay. So, yeah, nice. It's moving nicely. Nice one, nice. I mean, let's see, right? We cannot chant victory, but yeah, but I would expect this revisit. So I'm in here. This is easier than gold. Just wait. If this close below 1925, yeah, that's. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like this range in gold at all. I think it looks like it wants to come down. Oh, this is nice. Come on, baby. Push, push, push. Yeah.
Line.
Yeah. Let's go. Right now I'm literally almost 1-to-1. So I'm at 1-to-1. I will secure and leave a runner. Let me see, where's the 1-to-1? Right around here, 16 pips. But it should come up all the way up, right? Because we have momentum with us. If it really wants to revisit, right? So yeah, I'm 12 No, 11, 12. Okay, it's just fluctuating there. Oh, in the 5 minute we have a little bit of a thing here going on. Okay, so that's a good level. So I'm gonna TP here and leave the rest running, and that will be my last trade of the day. There we go. I'm TPing here. I'm moving stop loss to break even, and I'm done today. So 2 trades, and this is you know what? I'm gonna leave this open. I'm gonna leave it open. Like, honestly, I'm expecting a rejection around here, and then maybe the people from New York to come down to here, by the way. So I TP it here. I have this at break even, but I want to leave it open just in case, because this thing has been flying non-stop, so why not, right? Let me see if I get there. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna leave this thing open. Wow, I had a nice yeah, that's it. So I had 3 winnings, but live I only had 2. So let me only mark this. I think it was a good day. Can call it a day. GJ, GBP, JPY, buy, and that was a win too. What time is it? It is like 9:30. Oh wow. There you go. Yeah, so that's the way I trade. Basically, I'm just context and just looking at context and making sure that it makes sense whatever I'm doing, and that would be it. Kind of like what I'm expecting always. So it's not so. So it is. How can I say this? If you understand the reasoning behind how to read the market, then you can actually kind of like back test with no problem. The tricky part is the setups, and they're not really that difficult because, as you notice, this is a setup. Okay, so let me show you the 15-minute. There you go. If you notice, I really rely a lot on the 1 hour. Just so you know, I really love the 1 hour levels a lot. Like, to me, they really mean a lot. So the moment I see this happening, you see it here, resistance, and then this doing this. And this tap here, like I said, if we're gonna reject a strong level today, I would expect double visits. Because all of that in my head is present, that I'm expecting a double visit, even if we were to reject. By the way, I wouldn't press sell on GG. We have way too much momentum going up, so just focus on buys because you're gonna have momentum with you. So now, with all of that in mind, what do we have here? We have a closure here. This is the 1 hour closure too. I mean, the 1 hour level. You had a 15-minute closing up, and what did we say here? Look, this is what we drew many times. Even this one, we drew it earlier, and I didn't take it, but we drew it. I think who was here that was talking about it too?
Yeah, it's the same thing that happened on
Rafael, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the same thing, right? So why hesitate? You know, just go with it. And same thing, as Rafael mentioned it. Yeah, he was the one spotting this one, and when I looked at it, yeah, you know what, it makes sense. So the only thing I did was just replicate the same entry again and again. So this one should get up to here, because this is the one that we're expecting today. And then up here, what we could expect now is a if look at this, if and only if we're gonna really reject, this would be the one that would reject today. It would have to kind of create like a wick that maybe surpasses this or just bounces before we even get here. And then from here, it would start rejecting here. And then you could expect, you see here, this would be one, and this could be the second one. and then this could be the one that actually corrects the movement for the people of New York and London to grab better entries for maybe tomorrow. So, but we were expecting this visit again. This is simple. This is the simplest entry you're ever gonna get. But you need
GJ was easy today.
what?
GJ was finally easy.
Yeah. Finally, because yeah, GJ was not easy many days ago. Limit like right now, it was easy because it has been only coming up. But I remember this BS here. This was just a mess. Look at this.
Yeah.
And then here you see a lot of consolidation here, and boom, and now just going up, 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 up. Yeah. Oh, look at this. So you see this break below here, from here to here. That's a potential really aggressive move. I'm not gonna take it, by the way. I'm done. I'm just gonna watch it because that's how I record in my head, and even modify and do stuff in my head. So, if you notice, we are still inside of here. So you would have been caught here. Oh, so okay. The moment we break this one again, then we might have the visit up down to here, and then either the reaction from here might drive price up again, or the break below here, right below this wick here, might drive price down to here. Oh, I see triggers. I hear. I hear magic keys.
Not just doing the open count. Measuring first.
This is yeah. You see, this is pushing down. Yeah, I didn't see any buy entry anywhere there. I could happen from here, but not like around here. Now from here, but especially from here. Like from here is where you could actually get a good buy entry. But if anything, you know what? It wouldn't, because then that's the problem. Now you are below even this level here, and now you don't even know, because this is the 4 hour. So really, you should be kind of like, I don't know, with gold. Like with gold, like I said from the beginning, gold feels like sales short term. That's how it feels. And if GJ is gonna reject, it's gonna reject from here, from the zone that we are. If GJ is gonna reject anything around here, it's gonna be like around now. Oh wait, oh yeah, oh, it took me out. Why did it take me out? It wasn't there. Oh yeah, I know why. Yeah. Because I have it, my SL with the magic keys, I have it configured in a way that it actually moves my stop loss like 2 pips above. The reason I do that is because sometimes I move stop loss to entry before I even take profit, and I don't like to have a loss. So that way I cover a little bit of the commission. So it took me out. So now, if we fall from here, I don't know. That wouldn't make so much sense. Like I would actually expect it at this business, but from anywhere from here now, it can make a little bit more sense if we want to fall down. But I wouldn't go for sales anyway. I would just keep it. Keep looking for buys. That's what I would do.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's it. 9:30. Gold really looks sales. I mean, there's no way around. Like I really don't. It's just sales. I mean, look, this is perfect actually. This is a clean setup. A clean setup is all I see here. That's it. Visit to a key level, rejection, continuation coming down. Should visit 1920 today. As we break below this wick, should be a really strong push. So whoever is in that sell from up here, congratulations. Let's watch it happening live. That would be interesting. Let's see. So the last push from here to here should be a little bit more aggressive.
Yes.
Let's see if it happens. Yeah, from there. Now this is a 1 hour candle. Let me see what the 30 minutes. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Oh shit.
You see? Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Oh well, 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 well. So you see, we had a great kind of like read of the market. Why? Because we were adapting to the structure. We had a really great read of the market because we kept adapting to the structure. The 30 minute, not gonna lie, gave the entry. Only reason why I didn't take that entry, I took two. But look, 30 minute gave it, and this one looks like not gonna complete this.
Yeah,
But
I'm
look,
looking at this lost flip again.
look at this. 30 minute just gave the entry.
Mm-hmm.
So look at this. We have this here. We had the previous closure. So this is a setup, right? This is another setup. You have this here. This was a most recent 30-minute closure. So that thing, that right there, I learned from Raja, that thing here. This is a way to dynamically kind of like adapt to take entries. Because at the end of the day, the only problem that I had at the beginning when I was learning how to trade this scalping meta, kind of like strategy, is that I come from swing trading. So I'm not really used. I really struggled a lot at the beginning with taking profits early. A lot. I had like a major issue with that. Now I do it like this, and I learned that the most important thing is secure profits, secure profits, secure profits. That's the only thing that matters really. Like I don't really care now. I really care way too much about the R because I'm a swing trader. So what do I mean by that? Like if I'm gonna enter here, like I did when I shared this, by the way, like a couple of weeks ago. Let's say that I enter here, which I did. As a swing trader, you wanna do this, or you either enter at the zone, like sometimes I do, like here. You see this setup here? The setup that I showed you with the 30 minutes is actually the same setup here. You see closure, but at the level, so you use this. Actually, when it's swing, I actually use the whole zone, and it should have been going up. So now, when you're a swing trader, you care a lot about the RR. You care a lot about this thing right here. Why do you care so much about the risk to reward ratio? There's just one reason. Because you, as a swing trader, you're not gonna be entering every single day. You're gonna have a setup like once or twice or 3 times a week. That's it. Unless you look at other pairs. You're not gonna be having multiple entries every single day. That's a scalper's way to do it. So you really care about this because you're only gonna be taking like 1, 2, or 3 at the, during a week. So now it has to matter. So what I do is, whenever I enter, I take profits. But when I get to the next whatever zone that makes sense, and if there's a zone that doesn't make a lot of sense, I do a 1-to-1. But whenever but the zone that made sense was this one. So that's 4. You see 4R. So what I do, 2% entry, 4, but I don't take 80% like I do with scalping. I take 50%. So here I take 50%. So what that means is that I took 4% in to my pocket. Now I leave the runner running. So the runner either gonna take profits here or here. And by the way, it was like up here. I think it was. That was 1935 was 1935 here, which is 11R. Now 11R, 1%. That's 11%. So that's total 5%, 15%, right? Oh, I didn't execute that one. Now remember, I only took this and I took the whole thing. But that's typically how I do it, right? That would be a swing trading setup right there. So the way that, because the one, now remember, I wasn't in by then because I took profit like around here really early, and I only took this one and this one. But those two, this one and this one, was kind of like with the scalper mentality. It wasn't, it wasn't me swing trading anything. But my point is, I struggle with this because I was used to this. Now, as a scalper, what do you do? As a scalper, you just need, whatever the market gives you really fast. And in this case, yeah, wow, look at that. So it's really grabbing that liquidity to get down here. So what is that? Is whatever it gives you from here to here, 10 pips, 20, whatever. That's it. That's all you need because you're coming in with high risk. 20, it gave 30 pips, but I would have been taking profits right here at the, so you see left body closure. That's typically my references. Whenever I see a body closure, and that's it. Poop. TP, I'm done, and then move to break even. And if it goes, it goes. If it doesn't, I already took my money in, and I'm done. And I don't care that the R. Like I really don't care. So look at this one. We did one that was a negative R today. I did one. Which one was it? Was this one? Yeah, this one. So the second entry I had here was a negative R because I ended up taking profits here, most of them. Look at that. That was 0.6. Imagine that somebody like me that used to 11, the minimum 2, and you do a negative 1, 0.6. That was crazy to me before, but not anymore. Why? Because I'm just one like this, another like this, another like this. And when you figure out, you notice once, then daily, maybe you do 2, 3, 4% daily. Usually 2% I do, or 1 point something and 2. That's because I'm not a high risk trader anyways. But anyway, but my point is you get your entries and you're done with the market. Like if this flips and you took here, you don't really care because you took, I mean, I take 90%. That's another thing I learned, right? I used to, so it would do this and I would still hold it. And if anything, then as it was returning, then I would take profit like around here, right? Not only that, but then I would take like 80%, like 60%. Now I didn't do anything, right? I waited all of this and didn't take any profit. Now, if I go in here 2%, and let's say I went in here, stop loss above here, and oh, that would have been almost 1-to-1, right? 2% right here, and I would have been taking profit for sure here if I would have been entered on this one. Look at this, 21 pips really maybe don't even matter. What matters is I risk 2% here, and here if I take 90% like I do, then that's almost 2% profit. That's 1.7 something. And this is break even. This would have been taking me out. I would have been out with 1.7% profits. And I don't really care that this is not positive, the RR, not as a scalper, because I make my money with the wicks most of the time. I literally make money on wicks on the higher time frame most of the time. And that's a finding. I remember telling Raja this. I told him, I noticed you make most of your money on what really are wicks on the hard time frame. And there's a recording on that stream when I said it. And he said, yeah, you're right. You make, and then when I figured that out, I said, oh, you know what? Then I don't really need to hold this. Like if I made my money, I'm done. Joe, do you know how to turn off one-click trading on in DM? What is DM? Dominion market. When I click on close it, closes out my whole trade. You mean on the mobile? That's not because of the one-click trading. What you want to do is you want to double click on the trade, and when you double click the trade, then you you can modify the lots. You can do the same with the mobile version of this. So I think it was a nice day. We had, I mean, I had 2 entries, both wins. By the way, like I always say, that doesn't mean that we always have to win. Let's be smart about losing. You have to learn how to lose before you can learn how to win in this thing, and trading specifically. So if you watch recordings, you're gonna see that I had losing days. I think I had a losing day. Yeah, I had a losing day. Last week was it? I had one day that I lost, and that was it. And then we had, you know, the good thing is I win more than I lose, even live. Now, it really doesn't matter if you lose, and it's part of your trading plan. That's all I can say. That's what I call a good loss. I talked about it last time. If you lost but you followed your plan, that was a good loss. That was you should be proud about that loss. Now, what you should be also doing is researching to see if you okay you lost, but you lost and you can maybe improve it. If there's a way that you can improve it, even better. If there's no way you can improve it, it's just the setup, then that's okay. That was a really good loss, and that's the way you should always see this thing. Um, so that's it for the rest of the day. Let me give you what my kind of like outlook is. Well, obviously, as you would expect, I'm expecting that the 1920 visit should happen today. I mean, we're just right there, right? We kept talking about it the whole morning, and we're right there. After we visit down here, now the question becomes: Are we going to visit down to here? As you can see, this is also a strong level. Now it would actually break. Oh, look at this. If this breaks below here, this is the candle break. So the break of that thing might drop price aggressively. Let me raise this thing. Oh, today we might see a really strong drop to 1905. Ooh, I wasn't noticing that. Oh shit. Okay, so wow. So today today we might see it, or today or tomorrow, right? It really depends if we hold here. This now becomes a second. Now this doesn't become so important as this one right here. Look, we just tapped there, right? Now we're at 1920, the whole morning talking about it. So now the question is, if we're not gonna hold this, and look, a lot of momentum here. 1915 is a strong level, but if you look at the daily, that would be as we break below here and we visit down here, that would be the break of the daily to continue down. So the only one that makes sense before after that is all the way down to 1910 actually. 1910 here, the closure of the structure. Oh, nice. This is really nice. So today we might see a really nice drop. So all I can say is this is the key level to watch, I guess, today. Because we might even see a drop. If this doesn't hold, if this one doesn't hold, I don't think 1915 is the one that's gonna hold. I think 1910 is most likely the one that might hold. So if it's gonna hold anything, so that would be what I would be kind of like expecting. I just noticed something here too, which is that maybe this is what was going on. Yeah, candle closures. Actually, it was the retest. So this, all of it makes sense. Anyways, that's what I would expect. If this doesn't hold today, by between today and tomorrow, we might actually see, because all of these are 4-hour candles, right? So we actually maybe need a little bit more of a wick. But if this doesn't hold, then there's a really high probability that 1915 don't hold. It doesn't hold, and then we actually come down to 1910. So we already tapped 1920. So congratulations anybody that held by sell interest from like all the way above here. And so this was valid. So it looks like this rejection here was valid. You see it with the 9 a.m. And this was 1, 2, 3, 4 rejections. That was really a nice entry now that I think about it. But we gotten really nice entries too, so I'm not gonna complain. Maybe this was a potential good entry, right? Counting that we really wanted 1920 to happen today. So you had a 2 win and 1 break even. That's really good. That's a win right there. And really, what really matters is that you're really following your plan, right? That's what really matters. So we're gonna the outlook for the rest of the day, like I said. Looks like we might be visiting down. No, look at this. Looking a little bit more, makes a little bit more sense. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, nice. The trendline traders, where are they? Look, this looks better. And it actually makes sense. So now we might see a little bit of a consolidation inside of this area. This key levels, this zone remains being strong, so we have to keep it the way it was, because it is a strong zone. Remains being strong. Now we have potential consolidation here for the rest of the day if this really doesn't break. I don't see why it would have to break because there's no news or no nothing. But now, if for whatever reason it breaks, I'm not gonna lie, there is a really nice sell entry right there. At the break of this, between here and here, there's a between here and here specifically. That zone here, I can see it right here. You only have to look at this closures. There's a potential sell stop from here to here. So for anybody interested, if anything, you can backtest that one. Now that I think about it, anytime you see a zone like so clean like this, you see one, two, and this was actually a liquidity grab, even better. So if it breaks below this liquidity grab, there's a really high probability this is just gonna drop. Actually, I'm feel tempted to actually place that one. So that's with gold. Potential consolidation and BSing around this area for GJ. Retest of the high should be happening. There you go, anytime soon. It just came back to. Oh, there you go. Look at that. So now we should see this pop up from here to here. That's a really high probability entry, by the way. Anybody that is taking it right now. That one is like almost 90% probability that it's gonna reach out up here. So those few pips there are really safe. I mean, should be really safe, right? Let me see. Yeah. Look, even the 5-minute gave the entry, but that's only 10 pips. So those 10 pips should be really high probability. They are. I mean, there's no question about it. They are really high probability. So whoever is taking that, I guess, the last 10 minutes. Oh, well. That's a 1 hour candle closure. Yeah, but it's there. Look, the 30-minute close. It gave the wick, 5-minute, everything, everybody. I mean, everybody gave the hint to enter. So if this one doesn't go up to here, that would be really weird. That would be really weird. Anyways, I'm not gonna take it even if it is a high probability because I'm done today. But those 10 pips should happen. Should happen before the hourly closes, right? Because the hourly, it could actually. Would it make sense? Yes, because the 30-minute gave the wick too. Look, so yeah, it should happen now. Within the next 7 minutes. Oh, there you go.
On GJ very much for the same setup 3 times back to back.
Yeah. So whoever took it like from down to like down here, this was a good entry setup right there. For me, would have been at the break of this right there. Stop loss below here, and this would have been, this. Oh, you have a runner alive, then you're even better. So you see this? The second entry would have been for me because I do it based on the 15. Would have been right there, and this would have been the stop loss, and this would have been the TP. 9. You know what? That's the issue. 9 pips is okay. This is a 1-to-1 actually, not bad. So yeah, gonna just watch it, but it is a high. I mean. So this is a good loss. Like if you are in this and you lose, this was a good loss. I mean, if this is a setup, for me it would have been. Because this one is so high probability that it's gonna just reach out up here that I would take it 100 times if presented, and obviously if I hadn't already win. So I would have been taking this every single time, even if I lose it, because this is such a good setup. There's no way I would not take it. 1 minute away. Maybe it gives the push with the last 1 minute. There you go. There you go. How can you manage on that one? The only way you can manage that one is counting on the reversal of the break of the previous 5 minute. Like because you enter at the 5 minute, you when you enter with the 15 minute, oh there you go, that's a push. You can only like if it flips down here, then you could close like 50% and like that, you know. I want to see it happening because then we have like all the calls were correct, including the. So everything was right today. So there you go. It was like 4 trades, right? This one might come down, and actually, this might be the one that kind of like touches below here and then flips. So this is dangerous in that sense, if anything. But it still should continue, you know, for the rest of the candle should kind of like base it anyways because it has a lot of momentum. Like all of this has to go somewhere. Like the all of this has to go somewhere, and this is the key level. So you know, it's just pop up. I would say, you know, on this one you would have to trust better. You know, just trust. Like the only time that maybe you can manage this, if you want to manage anything, it would be you see this flipping bearish, and but if you flip bearish, where is it that you flip bearish? Nah, just coming to entry maybe because it could actually come down and still kind of like because I've seen it many times the 5 minute coming down and like retouching around here and still flipping back. You know, where did we see that? We saw that just recently. Look here. You see? So you might have this. You see this? You might have something like this and still coming up. So I would guess that the break below this 5 minute would be the cue to close 50% is what I would do if I were here. I would close 50 if we break below and only if. So you don't have to stress about it. You could just wait it out because from here it could just do this, right? It could do this and then flip. By the way, I'm not in that one. I'm only, like I said, I would only watch this one out to see if it was going to happen. Because this is a good entry, by the way. There's everything about this is good. There's nothing about this that is wrong. All of it is good. The GJ trade you took today. Oh, the one that I took today, you mean? Um, you mean this one? Okay. So let's go. Let's go look at it. Oh yeah, but this one I really like that one. Yeah, that was okay. Just like that one. That one is good. That one really looks nice. And I took profits there. Okay. Yeah, this should just pop up now. Let me see. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Man, look at that. Remember the so it's just you look, it's just the same, right? Look, boom. Yeah. So even if you missed the entry here, it gave you like another chance to enter here to go for it. Which obviously I thought about it and I said, no, I'm gonna follow my road. I decided I'm not gonna try. But right there, you're back in. Now, after this, after you had this push up, now you're just 1 minute away. Now, after this, on this, I would place a stop loss at break even now. Because now it's supposed to, the last 1 minute should pop up. If it doesn't pop up, then I don't like it anymore. I mean, it's still good, by the way. Still good, by the way, now that I think about it. Yeah, but it should pop up just the last 1 minute. So now break even there, and now you're in no. There's no way you're gonna lose because this one would be expected. Now another visit down to here would not be expected to me. Now I would expect the last 40 seconds to pop up to here. So I would place break even like right now. And if it takes me out now, then I'm done for the day. I mean, I wouldn't feel bad. Now, about the 50 minute, you actually here you still have a good structure to continue up. So now that's a personal decision, right? You might just want to leave it open and count with the next because the next 50-minute, there you go. That's what I would expect. But if even if it closes, now that I look at it, even if it closes like there, it's still a good entry. It's still a good entry because now that I think about it, you still have a good space to kind of visit down here and to retest the high. Now, this is the highest point it ever reached in a long time. So you could actually start to expect if it's gonna reject, apart from, oh, there you go. So it worked out. Look at this. Boom. And we're done. Congratulations. Now, if you leave a runner, yeah, beautiful. So we had like what, like 2 breakdown entries that happened, 2 trades taken live happened. That's good. That's a good record. Anyways, now this could be a runner that you leave open, and because this wants to just go up, I guess, to maybe what is this, like all the way up here?
Well, because a 4-hour candle shows broken the previous high.
Yeah. So this is shoot up to maybe 160 point whatever. So yeah, there you go. Look at that. Like I said, never go against the trend. Look at this.
160.285.
Yeah, anywhere around there, but this was a good setup. This was a good setup. You see, this was a really good setup to enter right from here to here, and leaving a runner. Yeah, nice day. Nice day. So
GJ had really nice setups today.
yeah, GJ was just giving money away. That for sure. Just giving money away. So just before I leave, so you said how to manage your trade. Yeah, this is yeah, this is just a lot of momentum. I mean, I don't see how this train is gonna stop easily above this level. I really don't see. Because the next 1 hour level I noticed was this one all the way up here. So today, the 400 zone here, 450, let's say, 460, 65, whatever, there. That zone there is really highly likely that we're gonna achieve it. So I don't see why we wouldn't do that. We wouldn't get there. Oh, the managing of this one. Yeah, before I forget. So if I would have entered here, so the only thing you can do on this one, it was based on the 50-minute, yeah. So the only thing you can do on this one is that once you enter, but see, this is one of those things that you actually have to keep context in your head, right? Because this one here is this was the one that led to the NYSE Open. So context for me was NYSE looks like wants to really push up again to the zone that we just rejected, because like we just said, the same way it rejects, it also attracts. And we are in a momentum market. Now, the moment this one closed bullish above the 1 hour level that I have here, which I love it. I really love 1 hour levels. Look here, see? That meant that there was a really high probability that the 1 hour wanted to close looking towards the level. So that was the whole idea, right? Now this one took me. It literally came for my entry. I guess literally. So you can tell this maybe is a setup for so many people that it actually came back to the stop loss. Anyways, unless you would have left the whole thing like with the stop loss here because you already took profit. So you know, if you take profits here, whatever you lose here, you're still in profit, right? But anyways, to manage the trade, because I entered on the 15-minute chart, I would actually say that whatever came back to entry and started flipping, then I would maybe close below the level. If we came back below the level, let me show you. We never did. Yeah, we never did. But if we, this one, the 5-minute, if we came back and close, well, I mean, the 5-minute has, you know what? The 5-minute has a way to manage it. Now that I'm looking at
gold is trading below 1917.
1915.
also the
19.
sell stop. So the sell stop idea worked, right?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that freaking thing. Yeah, yeah. You see what I said? Yeah, you know what? I was gonna place the sell stop like now when I was gonna finish, and I should have done it before. So look, perfectly played out already. Like would have been done. Oh, you know what? This is dangerous. You know what? This is dangerous because now that I think about it, that's how I got caught. This moved so fast, so probably would have slipped me. Yeah. So the sell stop played out perfectly. So that's right there. Three ideas that played out, but wow, that's a lot of momentum. So let me go to the higher time frame to understand where is it that is. Look at that. So yeah, the 1910. You remember 1910? That what did I say? 1950 might not hold. There you go. That's why I have it marked with a red zone. Yeah, we broke a major level. Oh, look at that.
So US 30 is going up too.
Whoa. So if this thing doesn't hold, then it's 1905, and then, whew, you see, this is really nice. So that's also a good way. So you notice, what did we say? Even if fundamentally we're bullish, short term is bearish. There was no way around that because the structure was giving you the hint everywhere. This is really nice. I'm not gonna FOMO at all. Old me would have been FOMOing the GJ buy, the gold sale, everything. That's, I'm enjoying the view only. So
Yeah, because the view confirms that your analyst was correct. It's something I enjoy watching.
yeah.
You know, so I take that as a win too. So even though I didn't take most of these trades, I was looking going direction and they went the direction I wanted to. To me, that's a win.
Yes, because you were reading the market correctly, or at least. So this is a way. This is a good way to see it. It doesn't mean that you're gonna because you're gonna be wrong, right? But at least you have a high like the way you see the market has a high probability of being right. That's the only kind of like the reading that really we can all do.
Yeah, and it's a boost, it's a confidence booster too, because you know you were right.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. Look at this. Yeah. So the way that we look at the market has a high probability of being right. That's kind of like the right way to frame it. Look, and also it's everything, right? Because what was a thing that I kept repeating that this 4-hour bullish closure still means bearish continuation. That I wasn't reading this as a bullish thing. I was reading this as a bearish. Why? Because we closed below the thing, the level. So look at this. So everything played out. So even this, so you see this, the same setup that I have for the 30-minute actually happened here. I don't know if you noticed. We had the break below the structure. We had the bullish closure below the level. And an entry here with the stop loss above here, it also played out. I don't know if that you can see it. But this is the same setup I was talking about. Look,
Yep. And he gave you a setup on the 5 minutes too.
yeah, look, all the way down to here, because this is the place where I would have been TPing, and this would have been just a runner. So same setup here is same setup from here for the 30 minute. Wait, what is it?
And
Here.
the 15.
Yeah, and the 13. Look, same setup I took this morning, this one. Same setup played out on the 4 hour. And 15. Well, I mean, obviously this one was actually easy to read, but I wasn't too confident still. But earlier it was really easier because it was 15 looking down. It was a 30-minute looking up. There, yeah, that was the one, right there, up down to here. Then now this one, and now we just visited this level here. Now what can we expect? Let's go to the daily. And remember, we said why would it break hard? Because it was going to be the break of the daily candle, right? We said that too, right? Now what can we expect? If this thing doesn't hold, there's a really high probability we actually wait, because the fact that we are going to close above 910 doesn't mean that we cannot visit 905. I don't know if that makes sense, because here we had a visit down here, a visit down here, and still closed above. So yeah, so there goes the bearish pressure and a potential visit down to here. So that's it. Anyways, I think yeah, because it is 10, I really have to go now. So I really hope you guys enjoyed everything. We had a really nice day, right? Many good ideas. All of them played out. All of them, 100% of them played out. That's good. That doesn't mean we're always gonna be right. It means that we're doing things with a high probability of winning. 2 wins, and I think that's it. So I'll see you guys. Give it a like on YouTube. Subscribe if you liked it. And remember, this is just fun, having fun while we learn from each other. And that's about it. I will be trading tomorrow, but it's gonna be in Spanish in the other trading channel. So see you all. Have a great day. Do not overtrade, and I'll see you all tomorrow for Spanish and 2 days from now in English. Remember, in English is what day is it today? Yeah, Thursday and Friday. So it's good. Today, Thursday and Friday. Bye bye.
Good question. Are
What?
you gonna put the Zoom link for the Spanish one tomorrow anywhere, or just on YouTube?
No, just YouTube. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But just subscribe and we're gonna be there. So
Yeah, I'm there. I'm subscribed. I see it.
yeah, sure. Okay. See you guys.
All right, man. See you tomorrow. Have a good one.
Thank you very
You
much.
too.